Yo, what is up guys, James Baek here, and today we have another episode of VGC back-to-back battles. We're using a new team though. We are using Flygon, Milotic, Arcanine, Clefairy, Haunter, and Tapu Koko. So, three interesting Pokemon. You guys know I love Clefairy. For whoever seen me play 2015. Clefairy was able to get me second at Regionals and day 2 at US Nationals in 2015. So I love Clefairy. I'm trying out Flygon, which is a new star member of the team, because it now gets Dragon Dance, unlike previous generations. So it has gone up in my value because Earthquake is going to do a lot. It has a great high base speed. It's got great ability. Not that great defenses, unfortunately, and its attack stats still mediocre, but that's why Dragon Dance is there. So we're going to see the team of Arcanine, Tapu Lele, Tapu Koko, Garchomp, Celesteela, and Gyarados. A pretty standard team in general. To be honest, I think I could just lead Flygon, Clefairy, because I don't really see anything that's really stopping that. Yeah. He has 2 Intimidate users, so I don't think he leads Intimidate. So, Milotic and... I think I'll go Tapu Koko. I want to bring Arcanine for the Intimidate, but Tapu Koko does have my Z move, and the Z move knocking out Celesteela would be huge, so that is why I'm going to go for this play. I have to get rid of his Tapu Koko. I have to either get a Dragon Dance up or eliminate Tapu Koko. Both choices are viable. So we'll see how this goes. It's going to be Gyarados and Tapu Koko, actually. Interesting. Against Clefairy and Milotic. Alright, so Electric Surge is going to be set up. Intimidate's going to activate. Milotic would have been a pretty good lead here. So I think I have a pretty safe Dragon Dance. It's not like I want to do anything else. Do I really want to take a Dazzling Gleam though? Because I do have Maranga Berry on my Milotic, so I could actually just switch that. But I'm worried if Gyarados gets to Dragon Dance himself, so I'm just going to Dragon Dance. And I do expect the Dazzling Gleam, Dragon Dance, so I'm going to go for Toxic because wearing down this Gyarados would be great for my team in general. Which is why I'm going to go for this play. Tapu Koko is actually going to withdraw. Go out into Tapu Lele. Interesting choice. Definitely an interesting choice. Does that mean Gyarados is going for Ice Fang? I think we'll live it because of a Friend Guard, but still. We're going to get the Dragon Dance up. Nice. And yeah, he is going to go for Dragon Dance. So I did make the correct play. So now we're going to get residual damage onto this Gyarados, which is really nice. Toxic is going to connect with the Gyarados. Perfect. Let's see if he's Lumberry or not. I kind of doubt it. He's probably the Water Z move. Yeah. So I kind of want to Scout. To be honest, I'd expect a Dazzling Gleam Waterfall or another Dragon Dance. I think I could just double protect here because I want to Scout, like if the Tapu Lele is Scarf. I also don't want to take the Z move with Clefairy yet, especially if the Gyarados is... If the Gyarados just goes for the Water Z move into Clefairy, that'll be able to pick up the knockout, so I don't want that to happen. Of course, he could do it on a Flygon, and that would probably put me into a Dazzling Gleam range. That's also very scary. But I don't want to take the Z move at all. That's basically why I'm doing this. I don't want to take the Z move at all. It's highly possible he just goes for the Z move right here. So we're just going to double protect here. Scout out. I am risking him getting a Dragon Dance, but I think we can just Rock Slide his team. And we are going to be doing a large amount. We're going to see the Waterfall into Flygon and the Psychic into Flygon as well. So it's not Scarf Tapu Lele. Unless it's Jolly Gyarados. I kind of just want to Dragon Dance again here and follow me if he's just going to keep targeting me with single target moves. We are physically defensive Clefairy, so I do think we'll live the Hydro Vortex. Even though it's at +1, I mean, this is bold Clefairy. And we're going to step another Dragon Dance. This could be very scary depending on how this actually plays out. We're going to see the Ice Fang actually come out, so great. Clefairy's not going to be taking that much damage. But he gets the freeze! Oh, but he knocks out Clefairy anyway. Okay, that's fair then. If that freeze mattered. Oh, it's Life Orb Tapu Lele. That's good to know. So we're now a +1 Flygon. We can actually just send out our Tapu Koko right here. I'm guessing he has Celesteela and Tapu Koko in the back. Alright, so we're going to get the Electric Surge up. He's a Life Orb. I don't think he would be bulky. I don't think he has Arcanine in the back either. So I think a Rock Slide plus a Fun Belt will just be able to knock out Tapu Lele. But then again, Tapu Lele is especially defensive. I don't need my Z move, I think, to win the game. Let's go for the Gigavolt Havoc into Tapu Lele. He's actually going to withdraw Gyarados. Get that Intimidate for later. Garchomp's actually his last Pokemon, which is interesting to note. So, alright, once I get rid of Gyarados, I can basically just sweep his team with my Earthquake. Also, Tapu Koko can sweep as well. That does a lot more damage to the Tapu Lele than expected. So, I basically wasted my Z move. But I think that's fine, to be honest, because I wouldn't have used the Z move much against his Tapu Koko or the Gyarados, since I can just Thunderbolt or Dazzling Gleam combination. So, we'll see how this goes. The Gigavolt Havoc. We're wreaking havoc, people. And that is going to just KO the Tapu Lele. I don't think that has a chance. Yep. This Tapu Lele does go down, and that's great. If I get rid of his Tapu Koko, I'm in a really good position. Unless he Swords Dance Garchomp. He might be Ground EMZ. Alright, so Gyarados is going to come back out. Completely fine. So we're basically at neutral attack. I think if I get the Dazzling Gleam off here, we're in the best position possible. So I will just protect Flygon because I do need it for the Tapu Koko and just Dazzling Gleam here. Get that chip damage on Garchomp to put into Earthquake range. And Gyarados might just protect here, which is possible as well. Yep, Gyarados is going to protect. I don't care if he knocks out my my Tapu Koko. So we're going to get the Earthquake, Dazzling Gleam off. It doesn't do too much, unfortunately it's not Life Orb. And he does go for the Dragon Claw. Perfect. Perfect. Literally perfect. And yeah, that was actually perfect. I didn't expect him to go for a Dragon Claw, because I thought Flygon's Protect would be obvious, because he is threatening me with both Ice Fang and Earthquake, so I thought he wouldn't do that. But now we can just fire off a Rock Slide and Dazzling Gleam combination. The only unfortunate part is we can miss. But he's actually going to forfeit, so nice, nice. We're able to win that one clean. So we will take home our first battle. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Flygon doing the finest of work. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to get the KO. But, I mean, that pressure just put on my opponent. Once it got to +2, he couldn't really stop it. But, yeah. I'm kind of surprised he didn't have Dazzling Gleam, and Life Orb Dazzling Gleam would have done a lot, even through Friend Guard. Unfortunately, Flygon, if it had a bit more bulk, it would be a lot more usable, I think. I mean, sure, it is usable. I've only played Flygon, like, in singles or as singles, but we're going to find Raichu Star from Italy with a 15/15 rating. And have you guys seen London? That tournament is insane. Have you been watching the stream? I loved the stream. Of course, it's continuing tomorrow, but I loved the stream. It was so beautiful. I loved all the intense games that we saw. The only complaint I have about the stream was a bit of delay time between rounds and not showing Ryosuke Kosuge versus Arashomati in round 9 of day 1 Swiss. But we're going to see my opponent's team, the Garchomp, Ninetales, Tapu Koko, Crocodile, Muck, and Araquanid. Okay, so Milotic does pretty well here. So does Tapu Koko, to be honest. He might be one of the Scarf Ground types with those two mons, though, so I have to be wary of that. This team actually doesn't handle this kind of team well. Alright, so I feel like he's going to lead the Ninetales for my Flygon. So I'm going to lead Tapu Koko. Arcanine, I think, is a pretty safe lead. With Milotic and Flygon to back. No Clefairy, but I don't think it's exactly necessary for the Clefairy to come out because it's not like he has Trick Room. He has some spread attacks with Rock Slide, Blizzard, etc. So we'll see how this goes. I don't think we can win this, to be honest, because the matchup looks very dire in my opinion. But we'll see. It's always possible. Tapu Koko and Garchomp's actually going to be coming out. Not what I expected at all. There's a Farium Z, right? Maybe I should run that because that'd be able to Oko, that'd be able to Oko Garchomp, and Garchomp can be problematic. So, we're going to get the Intimidate off on this Pokemon. That means his Earthquake won't be able to knock me out, so that's pretty good. We can just go for the Protect with Tapu Koko, and I kind of just want to fire up a Will-O-Wisp. He could just go for the Groundium Z, which is kind of what I'm expecting. Or just the Earthquake in general. So he is going to protect with the Tapu Koko. We will protect with our Tapu Koko. This is a -1 Earthquake, so it shouldn't be doing too much on the field. Earthquake's going to come out. And I'm hoping Arcanine 1 hits its Will-O-Wisp, because that would be fantastic. Or he could just crit us. Pokemon. Hard into Milotic. Yeah, that sucks. That actually really stinks. I'll Dazzling Gleam, and what I have to do is hope he goes for the Thunderbolt and goes into Milotic. That crit screwed us up so much. I don't even want to say anything because, yeah. We win the Speed type, we get the Dazzling Gleam off. Discharge actually coming out. That does a bit more than I like. Let's see if he goes for Earthquake. Probably Poison Jet, Rock Slide. Wait, that's Assault Vest Garchomp. That Dazzling Gleam didn't do... Actually, is that Assault Vest? I'm so not used to running this kind of Tapu Koko. You know what? I think we lost anyway. Let's just go for a Dragon Dance and see what comes out of it, because I already expect a loss. That first turn crit basically just screwed us around. Pokemon. Really? First turn? Then again, I wouldn't have been surprised if we missed a Will-O-Wisp. So Dazzling Gleam is going to come out. That actually straight knocks out Flygon. Yeah, oh, that's why I use Clefairy, because Flygon can't really take Life Orb Dazzling Gleam well. Yeah, I'll just forfeit here. That really sucks, because if we got that Will-O-Wisp off, and we had Arcanine, which would have been able to tank hits, the first Earthquake, I'm guessing, would have done maybe about 40 to 60% with the -1 on it. And then we would have been able to get a Will-O-Wisp. Our Tapu Koko would have been able to survive an Earthquake easily. I mean, the Intimidate you are able to survive, but it would have probably lived the Earthquake plus the spread move from Tapu Koko. And then we could have done some big work, but unfortunately that's not how this game likes to play. But you know, you have to accept it. This is Pokemon. I'll play one more game because I don't think that game was... Yeah. I don't think that game was competitive. So we'll find one more game. I mean, I want to believe in Flygon. The only problem with Flygon is it really just doesn't have bulk. It really doesn't have bulk unless you really invest into it. As we're going to find a Wes with the team Is this legit the same team I just played? No, there's a Marowak inside Garchomp. Okay. I was just about to say, is this the exact same team? Okay, so Gyarados, yeah, Ninetales, Marowak, Crocodile, Tapu Koko, and Muck. I cannot speak today, people. So he has a lot of Intimidate users, so Milotic does seem pretty good. I actually really like Milotic Clefairy. I know it seems weird, but the fact that Friend Guard is just such a great ability and reduces the damage to allies by 25%. That's fantastic, especially paired with Milotic. I could just lead Milotic Arcanine too. I actually like that lead more, because I'd be able to Snarl the Tapu Koko anyway. And for the back, I think Flygon plus Clefairy can do some work. I do like the Flygon option for the Muck. And Clefairy can help with the redirection game plan. I mean, Haunter would have been nice, but Sludge Bomb, I mean, the fact that he has Ninetales plus Tapu Koko, which outspeed it and do some serious work, is problematic. So I don't think that would be the best play. So we'll see how this goes. Tapu Koko and Ninetales will hit the field against my Arcanine and Milotic. Alright, so this is not a bad position at all. Electric Surge is going to activate on the field. And Snow Warning is going to activate. So no Scarf Ninetale shenanigans. And to be honest, I don't think you should target Milotic just because... Well, there are two plays he can make. He could target Milotic down. Or he could target the Arcanine, because Milotic in the endgame seems better. He could bring out his Intimidate users a lot easier. But targeting down Arcanine allows his Ninetales to do more work. Do I really need to make a big play turn 1 though, when I could just protect and go for the Snarl, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna just Snarl. Because Snarl is a safe play. Thunderbolts will be doing a lot of damage, but I think Snarl is safe because protecting my Milotic seems more important to me right now than protecting my Arcanine. The only problem is Ninetales is probably going to get a free Aurora Veil. He's actually going to protect the Tapu Koko, which is a good play because he's probably scouting for my protects and might try to set up the Aurora Veil to not get knocked out because Tapu Koko does have low special defense and it is going to be the Aurora Veil. So I could have got the free Scald off. I mean, I don't think it would have mattered too much. But we will get the Snarl off, so this Ninetales is a bit weaker. Nice. Okay. I'm hoping Flamethrower is still a 2 KO potentially, but I think our best play here is to withdraw our Milotic. We need our Milotic basically. Milotic is so important in this matchup. So I think we could just Flamethrower the Tapu Koko and switch out to Clefairy because I think he could target down either one slot, but he won't be able to knock out my Clefairy that easily. Unless Thunderbolt it does more damage than I think it will. But I do want my Milotic alive because Milotic's so key in this matchup. We're going to bring out our Clefairy. We're going to see the Wild Charge actually, which is great for us because one, we're physically defensive. So I'm glad I didn't go for a Snarl. I just went for the Flamethrower. Life Orb Tapu Koko. Blizzard's going to come out. Don't freeze. Don't freeze. Don't freeze. Thank you. Flamethrower's going to come out. Get some residual damage onto his Tapu Koko. Good amount. And we get the burn. Nice. So this Tapu Koko is really not doing so hot right now. Our Clefairy did take a lot of damage, unfortunately, thanks to the combination. But, however... Okay, so that's why he protects it for his turn. Wild Charge. Interesting. That Tapu Koko is taking so much recall. I think I could just protect Clefairy here and Flamethrower. I don't care if he doubles up into Clefairy. I mean Arcanine, because, one, Arcanine should be able to take the hits pretty fine, and Tapu Koko would die to recall anyway. And plus we have Friend Guard with Clefairy, so I do want to keep that factor around. As you guys saw, that Blizzard did basically nothing. after the Snarl plus the Friend Guard, and Ninetales doesn't have the highest attack, so Clefairy will protect here. We're going to see the Wild Charge into Clefairy, actually, trying to get rid of the Friend Guard, most likely. I see Wind coming out, but we're already the slowest thing on the field, and I doubt my Arcanine was faster than anything on his side of the field. Maybe an Adamant Gyarados if it's, like, bulky, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. We're going to get the Flamethrower off, and it will target down the Ninetales, and this will do a good amount of damage. Yeah, really good amount of damage, actually. Is that Tapu Koko still on the timer? Unfortunately, I think I have to let Clefairy go down, because Clefairy can't do much. Yeah. And if we get rid of this Tapu Koko, our Milotic just does so much more work here. So I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to preserve Tapu Koko, but again, if he does, I get a free attack off. I think I'll just go for the Follow Me here and the Flamethrower again into Ninetales. Because getting that damage on Ninetales would be great. And he's just going to stay in, so he's losing his Tapu Koko. Fantastic. As yeah, Wild Charge is going to come out. This also, the burn was huge because it reduced the damage and put him in the range. So yeah, fortunate burn there. He will be knocked out to the Life Orb Recall, and Tapu Koko will go down. As well as the Blizzard coming out. This is single target. Don't freeze, don't freeze, don't freeze. That did a lot more. Is that crit? Yeah. No burn, no freeze, which is fantastic. Flamethrower coming out. Ninetales barely able to survive, but I will accept that. Because Ninetales isn't doing much on the field, so I will easily take that. And I'll go into Milotic here. Because if he wants to go out into Gyarados, I get the competitive boost. As Muck is going to come out. Alright, so I get to go into Milotic, and I think I can just pretty much click Scald onto Ninetales and Will-O-Wisp onto the Muck. I don't see anything wrong with that. I'd probably be taking a knockoff, but if he has Gyarados in the back like I'm anticipating, it won't be a big deal. Yeah, Muck, Marowak, which can be dealt with Flygon, and then Crocodile, which can be dealt by Milotic. So, Scald into Ninetales seems effective. I also don't want him to get another Roar Veil after this, and we will just go for the Will-O-Wisp into Muck. That residual damage would be huge. Blizzard's going to come out, so we're going to activate our Maranga Berry, so knockoff is going to be doing a lot less damage. Double crit onto the Arcanine. Alright, alright. You get your fun stuff for the burn happening. We're going to get the Scald off, and that will knock out the Ninetales. We'll see who's faster between the -1 speed Arcanine and the Muck. I'm hoping it's the Arcanine. Yep, it is. Muck avoids the attack, unfortunate, but knockoff is going to be coming out and target down the Arcanine as well. Which is fine, actually, because I don't need Arcanine around to win the game. As Hail stops, and Aurora Veil, and Electricity, so great, we're in a fantastic position. Our Milotic's no longer taking chip damage, and we can go out into our Flygon. And Crocodile is going to be my opponent's last Pokemon, which is great. Because I'm guessing this is Scarf Crocodile. As Intimidate is going to activate, which is going to activate my competitive boost, and we will get a nice boost. +2 special attack, -1 Flygon, which is, you know, a bit troublesome, but we can just go for the Scald here into Crocodile and the Protect. He doesn't really have much he can do to Milotic. I guess he'd have to go for the Rock Slide Flinch or Crunch Defense Drop plus Gunk Shot. I think that's the only shot he has. Of course, he could, like, get double crit and screw me over, but we're going to protect Flygon here. As it is going to be the Crunch into Flygon, actually. Probably wanted to save the Muck. That was also potential, but we can just fire at the Scald. It's safe. Crocodile goes down. Fantastic. Crocodile does go down, and the knockoff is going to come out. Target down to Flygon, so unfortunately my opponent did not make the read. Milotic was a huge strat. He just left it alone, and now we can just fire for +2 Scald. And the Dragon Dance is pretty safe because no matter who he targets, I get something good out of it. And he's just going to forfeit, so really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was really fun. Flygon was pretty fun. The second battle, I mean, I'm not saying I would have won that second battle. Obviously, it was going to be a hard matchup, but we would have had a lot better chance of that second match if only that crit didn't happen. And if he had Lumberry, then yes, I would have accepted probably a loss, probably. But the fact that he got that crit, And the fact that we didn't get that burn was huge. The fact he was able to easily knock out our Tapu Koko. So yeah, that was unfortunate. But anyway, that's Pokemon. What are you going to do about it? It's the risk we take. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, leaving a like really does help support me. Otherwise, you can also check out the description, because you can check out this team if you want to try it out in the description down below. You can also check out the previous episode if you missed it, or if you missed any episodes of VGC back-to-back battles down in the description as well. And if you have any questions or want to comment something, always the comment section down below. And yeah, otherwise, I think that's it. You guys want to check out my social media down below as well: Patreon, Twitter, Twitch, etc. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around in another video.